Okay, so today, as you could probably see from the title of the video, I'm going to be attempting to solo a tier 2 enderman boss without armor. Which, if you don't know, the tier 2 enderman boss is like one of the strongest bosses outside of dungeons. It has 12 million health and deals 5,000 damage per second, which might not seem like a lot of damage, but considering that my EHP without armor on is only 6,000, that literally means this thing can 2-tap me. So yeah, this challenge is going to be hard. Also, before I continue any further, I just want to say that I would highly appreciate it if you guys could like and subscribe, because I'm trying to beat my absolute Giga Chad rival, Future77, in subscribers. And we are so close to beating him. Also, it would just really make my day if you could like and subscribe. Anyways, back to the video. So obviously, the first thing I need to do is actually get a decent weapon. Now, I was actually thinking of doing this without like a weapon and just using the flaming fists, because as you can see from the description of the item, when this item is equipped, all of your melee attacks will fire 3 flaming fists, dealing 10,000 fire damage. But then I remembered this thing has 12 mil health, and yes, it can regen. So instead, I think I'm just going to try and use a hype, because it deals some pretty decent damage even if you don't have like a full, you know, intelligence setup on. But of course, I need to change my talismans at Maxwell here to the Sighted Soam Power, which is giving me almost an extra 900 intelligence and a nice 3 ability damage as well. Now, as for my stats tuning, I've thought over this, and I feel like putting it all to intelligence might not be the play here, because as you can see, if I put all of my stats tuning into intelligence, it's only giving me 138 intelligence, which definitely isn't bad. I mean, it does make a difference to my mana, but still, I feel like it would actually be more useful to have that all into health, because as you can see, per tuning point for intelligence, I'm only getting +2, but as for health, I'm actually getting 5 extra health per tuning point, giving me an extra almost 350 health here from my tuning points, which does increase my EHP by a bit, so that I can actually, you know, survive this boss. And obviously, I'm going to be using a Wand of Atonement with a Ruby Power Scroll on it, as well as a Florid Zombie Sword here. And then as for the hits phases, I'm just going to be using my Terminator here. And as for the pet, I'm probably just going to use a sheep, I'm thinking. And especially because this sheep here has a textbook on it, it's giving me an extra 20% ability damage and 200 intelligence, which buffs my damage by a lot, as well as, of course, the mana saver, which reduces the mana costs of items by 20%. But if the boss does become like really difficult, I might just go ahead and swap over to Blue Whale here, because as you can see, Blue Whale is giving me 13,000 EHP, as compared to only 6,600 with a sheep pet. So I might, if I'm having trouble surviving the boss, might have to swap over to Blue Whale. Also, there is one more item that I should say that's worth mentioning here, and that's the Fire Veil Wand. I'm not going to go over the specifics of how the item works, but I just say it's a pretty good item, especially when I'm holding out hype. It does around 370 to almost 400,000 damage per hit, and it lasts for 5 seconds, so that's pretty good. You know what? I'll take that. Now with this setup, I have a slight chance of soloing a tier 2 boss. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn the boss in here, and I'll cut back once I've done that. And by the way, I'm spawning the boss out here because it's just a lot more of an open and flat area here. Alright, all I have to really do is watch out for the hits phases, because I'm pretty sure it does do a lot more damage when in the hit phases. And this guy's trying to help me here, man. I don't know if you and your Ender armor, that Necron armor might help, though. I'm not gonna lie. Alrighty, so here's the strategy, guys. All you want to do is have someone do it for you, and never mind, he died. That's not too good. I technically did die there, but I technically beat it. But yeah, that guy kind of carried me through like most of the boss fight. So I'm gonna do a redo real quick. And take 2. Here we go. Where did my boss even? Why is he all the way over here? I'm so confused. Okay, so future here, I guess you could say. Can somebody please tell me why that thing actually spawned like 30 or 40 blocks away from where it was supposed to spawn? Like, I'm just watching back this footage. There was no reason why it shouldn't have just spawned right where it was supposed to spawn. So yeah, if anybody actually knows like why that happened, please do tell me. Alrighty, take 2, because we're gonna pretend that last take never happened. I just loot shared an Enderman pet. Alrighty, so then we do this, and then you just get back. Got to make sure to use the Wand of Atonement a lot, or else I will literally die in like 3 hits. Actually, less than that. It'll be 2 hits. And I'm out of mana because I'm using a black cat pet. You know, people say end lobbies are toxic, but this is the one time people are being too nice. This always happens to me. I'm telling you. For some reason, I can never solo any enderman boss. Because there's always that one guy in the lobby who comes up and, like, 2-shots it. Alrighty, take 2. Because those last 2 takes never happened. I mean, I wasn't even using a sheep for them. So we're not counting those, alright? Oh, I might actually be able to get this. Oh, it's so close. No, please. Ooh. Easy challenge.